Yeah. Family broken, so I stand with my niggas. Showed up to every shootout, but I ran for my feelings. Time for those, I got a plan to get millions. Whoever don't agree, I see you back in the building. That's why I never let y'all act like a victim. That's why I never let y'all kill my ambition. You weren't built for the mission. Parked my colors in the back of the village. Remember Tony started washing them dishes. It was all a decision. Fast died, he took a part of me with him. Heart broken like my artery missing. Fuck all of you niggas. Team broke, they can't harvest you, nigga. Swore shit, it got an art to it, nigga.
I used to know you were no photo. I used to know that I could count on you. All that pressure they bestowed on me. Blame myself, never face what I go through. And a nigga that get it on when they try right. And I'm ready to be feeling like what it sound like. Now my life was a struggle and it get worse, I ain't complain about it. I just ain't never feel the same about it. My life built on damage, can't understand it, can't call family, no. Got crossed by my closest, I ain't gon' show too much emotion, no. My little one call my phone, I pick her right away. I know I'm living wrong if it's the right way. I was too busy trying to get heavy, I was lightweight. A lot of niggas that came in with me ain't on my side today. I been trying to live with some of these songs in case I die today. Every time I need something lean on, I drink that Sprite away. So it don't feel like it feels to me, cause I've been through it and it did what it did to me. I trusted you and that was big from it. It's my little partner, you do that big for me. And I ain't never jumped in my feelings, I used to know you were no photo. I used to know that I could count on you. All that pressure they bestowed on me. Pray my son never face what I go through. And a nigga that get it on when they try right. And I'm ready to be feeling like what it sound like. Now my life was a struggle and it get worse, I ain't complain about it. I just ain't never feel the same about it.
The Omnibus Counterterrorism Act, which followed, gave the president the power to arrest, imprison, and/or deport any political opposition without trial, without habeas corpus, and without explanation of any kind. It in fact gave him the power to name any group a terrorist group, thus setting the stage for the arrest, detention, imprisonment without benefit of habeas corpus, without benefit of any kind of trial, with a possible result of deportation to a foreign country, and without explanation to anybody, by anybody. And I'm here to tell you, if these acts of terror do not succeed, there will be more bombings. There will be chemical or biological attacks. They will escalate in the destruction, maiming, and killing of men, women, and especially children. As a last resort, if all else fails, the Illuminati are prepared, and I'm going to tell you this again so that you understand it, as a last resort, if all else fails, believing completely that the ends justify the means, the Illuminati are prepared to detonate an atomic weapon in a large American city such as New York, Chicago, or Los Angeles. A war may be promulgated in the Middle East in order to provide the excuse needed to explain terrorist attacks upon the United States of America to the American sheeple in order that they will accept personal disarmament in the interest of peace and security. The Second Amendment is not concerned, as some absurdly would suggest, with hunting and sporting rights, albeit these rights exist, along with the right to defend our lives and property. The fundamental intent of the Second Amendment is to arm the citizenry to defend itself against, quote, every government on earth, end quote, foreign or domestic, which would make itself an enemy of the people by violating their constitutionally protected rights. But the government is the servant of an armed citizenry. That's why the government hates an armed citizenry, because the government doesn't want to be the servant. They want to be the master, and they want us to be the slaves. The government is the servant of an armed citizenry. It is the tyrant over an unarmed citizenry. Witness the many tragic illustrations of this deplorable state around the world. Look what has happened to every peoples who have allowed themselves to be disarmed. Very shortly thereafter, they became slaves. But I know something from my study of the world and its history. Those who fight for ideas and who are willing to die for those ideas have never been beaten in the history of the world, not once. Those who fight for a paycheck and a promise of a retirement are the easiest armies to defeat and always have been, regardless of the magnitude or the terror of their weapons. You see, you're going to die someday anyway. Why not die for something that's right and something that's good?
I have been talking to some doctors in Los Angeles who have been doing some research on this, and I find it to be absolutely fascinating that many of the gangs, the Latino and the black gangs in the major cities across America, their graffiti that they are spraying on buildings, their graffiti are actually Masonic emblems and Masonic seals and symbols. And I have seen a whole collection that these doctors have. These are medical doctors, but they are interested in this subject. And they have been collecting hundreds of pictures of graffiti and showing the research into the ancient secret societies. And there's no way that these black and Latino gangs could know these symbols. There's definitely a connection between the gangs and some sort of a higher orchestrated mind behind the warfare going on between gangs. I don't think those gangs are by chance. I think they have been nurtured and orchestrated and promoted and even financed. I mean, if you think about it, how those gangs have money to travel around, they can buy guns, they can roam around, they don't have to work. Where are they getting their money from?
Well, not only that, but their main occupation is the narcotics business,
of course,
and fomenting chaos, confusion, and fear.
Right.
And they haven't got the background of understanding, learning, to put together the kind of logistics network that it would take to supply this kind of an enterprise.
Absolutely.
So someone with an awful lot of money, an awful lot of organization, and absolute ability to provide 100% protection is supplying these city gangs. It's not the mafia.
You can bet on it. You can bet
This is a very sophisticated, a totally protected organization.
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, the San Francisco Chronicle had 2 full pages in one of their newspapers I still have, where they were talking about how this federal government was bringing in narcotics from Asia during the Vietnam War in the bodies of American servicemen that were being killed in Vietnam, and they were bringing in bags of pure heroin and pure narcotics from Asia in the bodies of American servicemen. And what were they doing with it? They were giving it directly to the mafia, because the mafia is doing little tricks for the government. It takes care of business for the government, so they have to be paid.
Well, let's clarify one thing here. It's not the government. It is these secret societies who
are operating behind our government.
That's correct.
Exactly.
Behind the veil of national security. And I might remind you that back in history, when Albert Pike and Giuseppe Mazzini were corresponding and were setting up the core foundation of the Illuminati within Freemasonry, both in their respective countries, and at that time, of course, Albert Pike was the Grand Commander of Freemasonry throughout the world, and Giuseppe Mazzini was his counterpart in Europe on a lower level. It was Giuseppe Mazzini who created and fostered and gave the charter to what is now known as the Mafia.
That's right. La Cosa Nostra was Mazzini.
That's
a Masonic order. No doubt about it.
And this explains the close cooperation between
government and the Mafia.
That is right.
Absolutely. And